it's accepted conventional wisdom that Asia is, in fact, the most rapidly aging region in the world. But the overall picture of it is that Asia today accounts for 58% of the elderly globally, and yet against that, Asia only accounts for about 12% of global pension reserves. And so there's this massive gap in Asia in terms of these pension reserves. But what worries me is that household structure is changing. And so in Hong Kong, they went from 3.3 to 2.7 people per household. Taiwan went from 3.3 to 2.8. Malaysia's quite a bit better, 4.6 to 3.8, but still quite a large drop. The only one that actually kind of maintained household size is Indonesia. And again, the reason why we care is because that is a very good proxy. When people cohabitate, the odds that they provide that needed financial support is much higher. And then layered on top of that is a culture of investment in Asia that was great during the demographic dividend, but it's a bygone era that is no longer relevant. Is people barbelling their assets between residential real estate and risk-free bank deposits is no longer going to cut it in the current environment. Typically in Asia, females are younger than their husbands, at least 2 years. In some markets like Vietnam is 5 years or longer. They outlive men. They have a longer expected lifespan. And so the odds are that women are going to spend more of their years in retirement alone. And in the past, again, I would say that that in and of itself is not scary. What makes it scary is the fact that there is a decaying financial support. We're looking at a generation now that have to provide financially for their elders. They're worried about sending their kids to a good school and financially providing for it. But they're the sandwich generation. The odds that their kids are going to provide the same financial support to them when they're elderly is low.